He had waited his entire life for this very moment.
Kira!
The aerodynamic readings, they're unstable!
The wind just shifted. Hold on tight, Alex! We are going! Right now!
The sound of the wind was deafening, and then, in that single instant, everything went silent.
Everyone thought the old library was just a forgotten place for rotting books. They were very wrong.
Kira, of course, never bothered to use the front door. She was always looking for the forgotten ways in.
And this time she had found an entirely different world. A hidden one.
This place, it was magical. Like a giant treasure chest that had been locked away for 100 years.
I looked all around, and I was absolutely certain that I was completely alone up here.
But then, I heard that sound. It was the only sound in the entire silent attic.
He was there, in the middle of all these forgotten things, like he was one of them. I'd scared him. He looked terrified, and he didn't say a single word. Don't worry, I'm Kira. I'm not gonna bother you, I promise.
Kira stayed there for hours. She just sat and let the silence do its work.
Finally, the artist's curiosity won out. He turned the sketchbook towards Kira.
It wasn't just a doodle. It wasn't just a drawing. It was a blueprint.
I knew it right then. I had to show this to Leo. Immediately.
That night, I was busy with my own project, a new miniature terrain scanner.
And then, Kira sent me a picture. Just one picture.
I dropped the welder. This wasn't a dream. This was genius. The lift-to-drag ratio. The stress calculations. He had solved it. He actually solved it.
Leo, this is Alex. Alex, this is Leo. Now, show him. I never know what to say to new people, so I drew.
And just like that, two inventors finally started their first conversation.
We quickly realized there was a much bigger problem. Alex didn't just want to design a plane. He wanted to fly in one. He wanted to be free. I looked at the designs. They were brilliant, but they needed real materials. Strong, light.
Real materials? That is my specialty. I know just the place. Leo was the brains. Alex was the heart. And I was the legs.
Junk! Junk! Get your junk!
The city scrapyard and the weekend flea market. This was my playground.
I needed things that were light, things that were strong, and most importantly, things that were free, or at least really cheap.
Too much! Too much!
Aha! Perfect! This was light, it was strong, and this would be the main chassis for the cockpit. I had everything Alex needed for the airframe. Now it was all up to Leo.
Kira was handling the frame. That was good. I had to solve the real problem, the cockpit. Alex couldn't leave his chair. That was the problem. So I realized the chair itself had to fly.
And I designed an active stabilization system with a manual override. Safety first, always.
We met at our new secret headquarters, the rooftop. We called it the airfield.
It turned out, Kira and I, We are not very good mechanics. We just aren't.
Alex immediately saw the problem. It was clear he was in charge. He was the project manager now.
It became a system. Alex pointed, and we built. He was the architect. We were the builders.
Slowly, piece by piece, our impossible dreams started to actually take shape right before our eyes.
Every single wire, every single bolt had to be absolutely perfect according to his specifications.
And then, of course, Leo added his high-tech magic to Alex's brilliant design.
And then, after hours of work, it was finished. It was actually finished.
We even had a visitor, an inspector, maybe? It felt like it was giving us its approval. We didn't go home that night. None of us could even think about sleeping.
I ran the wind simulations 50 times. There was still a 15% chance of stabilizer failure.
And I checked every single knot. 3 times. Maybe 4. I lost count.
And Alex, he just sat there, watching it. It was like he was speaking to it, without words.
We knew the rooftop wasn't high enough. We needed to go to Rainbow Cliff.
We had to move the entire machine. Very, very carefully. And very, very quietly.
Transporting a secret experimental aircraft before sunrise isn't exactly easy.
Ooh. Especially when you really, really don't want anyone to see you doing it.
I think, for Alex, this was already a small flight. He was loving the ride.
We made it. We reassembled the wings. This was the hardest part, getting him secured. But he was so brave, not a hint of fear. Alice's design always had 2 seats. One for the pilot, the main pilot,
And one for the captain. I'll be monitoring telemetry from the ground. Good luck, Captain.
And just like that, we got our signal. It was a sign. Time to go. He had waited his entire life for this one single moment. And it was finally here.
I tried to sound calm for him, but my heart was hammering against my ribs.
He was ready. He was more ready than any of us, I think. He was born for this. Auxiliary boosters are engaged. 3, 2, 1. Now, Kira, now!
We're going! We're going! Push, Leo, push! We need more speed! My heart stopped. The simulation was wrong. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. No, 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 no! Pull up! Alex, pull up! It's not working! Wait,
What is he doing?
he's diving! He's gaining speed! Oh my gosh, he's catching the wind!
He did it! He did it! He's flying! He is actually really flying!
He didn't even need my boosters. He knew. He just...
It was.
I can... Oh, yeah. The most amazing, most incredible, most beautiful feeling in the entire world. It felt like the whole world was cheering for us. We weren't alone up there in the sky.
Sometimes, the very thing you think is holding you down.
I turned my head to look at Alex. to share the moment.
And I knew, right then, that I would never forget that smile. Ever.
Is actually just part of the design that helps you fly even higher.
But, as with all great experiments, every flight has to eventually land.
It was the smoothest, most perfect landing I have ever been a part of.
I was running before it even stopped. I threw my tablet. I didn't care about the data anymore.
We did it! We did it! Leo, he flew! He really flew!
Leo and Kira were celebrating, but Alex was still flying.
After that day, the attic wasn't a forgotten storage room anymore. It became our headquarters.
I figured Alex's chair needed a few minor upgrades, just to make getting around a little smoother.
And I was in charge of decoration. We had to remember that day, every single part of it.
And Alex? Well, Alex was already hard at work designing our next big project.
And it looked like he had finally found himself a brand new co-pilot for the team. Oh, a miniature submersible. It looks like our next big adventure is going to be underwater. There are some people in the world who talk using their words, sharing their stories.
And there are other people who talk using formulas, equations, and brilliant designs.
But the three of us, we learned to speak an entirely different language. We learned to talk by building dreams.
Thank you.